annoying?
I'm not smarter than a 5th grader.
I'm pretty sure you are. You are. All right, it's 2 very easy questions, and they have to do with water.
Okay.
So this first one,
Okay.
I have a water bottle, halfway filled with water, and I painted the water blue with food coloring just to make it easier to see. And I also added a ping pong ball in there just for fun.
Okay.
But another thing to note is that these 3 water bottles are at rest. So how I'm showing them to you though, what's the difference between all 3 of them?
What's the difference between all 3 of them?
Yeah.
They're sitting at rest.
This is upside down?
Yeah.
Right side up?
You got it.
And then sideways?
Yeah, so you would say like this, right side up and sideways, right?
Is there some other trick to it?
No, you got it. That's how they're sitting actually. So how did you know that, if I may ask?
Just buoyancy, water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, no, definitely. The water is more dense than air, again, in a ping pong ball, so it's going to go on the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's going to go on top. So, yeah, you got it. Pretty easy, huh?
Dude, I thought I was going to botch it.
I thought you were going to ask some crazy questions.
Nah, it's just elementary stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, so who are you ride, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. What kind of Triumph you got?
I actually did have it got stolen, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was the Street Twin.
Oh, okay, sick.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, yeah.
I had a 900, the Truxton.
Yeah, that's 900 too.
I had the kind of slower version of the Street Twin, but still one of my favorite bikes.
Yeah, it is.
I got rid of it, sadly. But,
oh, yeah. Mine got stolen. I was going to get rid of it too because I wasn't, it's pretty dangerous to ride, obviously.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, people are crazy drivers.
Just insane, yeah.
But yeah, I got stolen before that, so yeah. What a bummer.
This is somebody got rid of it for you.
Right? No, I was thinking maybe it's a blessing. Maybe I could have gone into an accident.
There you go, yeah.
So,
it's time.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
One more question. You guys have time for it?
Yeah,
real quick.
I ain't got
He's
nothing
going to hit us
on.
with some.
So this one, a box truck halfway filled with water.
Okay.
The only difference here, one of the trucks is at rest, one is accelerating forward, and one is accelerating in reverse. Which one's at rest?
Accelerating forward.
At rest is
at
this
rest. Decelerating.
How did you know that?
Because when you accelerate, inertia will take stuff back.
Yes.
And then as you're decelerating, inertia will take stuff forward.
Well, this is acceleration in reverse.
Yeah.
But it could also be braking.
Yeah, true. Braking.
Yeah, it could also be braking. Yeah. Fair enough. So again, even when I accelerate this bottle down, the water wants to move up.
Yeah.
It always goes the opposite direction of the force.
Yeah.
So if I was to ask you guys, when I release...
that would be... Okay, yeah.
So when I release this into free fall, like this, and it goes, appears to go down to the earth, do you believe gravity moved it to the earth?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So again, when we go...
Gravity doesn't exist. It's flat. Everything's flat.
Dude.
I'm
I'm about to get there. So
everything's flat.
when we actually accelerate versus free fall, acceleration actually shows the displacement like it should be. When you're actually in free fall, there's no effects or cause of acceleration. So there's no force in free fall.
Because would you say that the water is falling at the same rate as the bottle, so when they stay in the same spot?
Then that kind of force is that you're claiming that you can accelerate this. Basically you're claiming that this is accelerating forward.
Yeah.
That kind of force that can accelerate without displacement, without swishing the water, doesn't exist. So the water will always react to a force. It will always react to acceleration. I don't know if you guys knew gravity is just a theory.
Yeah,
Because they never measured a force in free fall because it doesn't exist. There's no displacement, there's no effects, and there's no cause of acceleration in free fall.
Flat, dog.
Dude, no. So the Earth is not flat, and I'm gonna tell you how flat Earth is a psyop. Over 95% of flat Earthers are claiming the Earth is motionless. So they're also claiming
that's static.
Yeah, they're claiming free fall is acceleration too.
Yeah.
The fact is, it's the Earth that's moving up. It's not pulling you down.
So what idea are you trying to get out by doing all this?
So the idea is that the gravity, the globe Earth, you guys believe the Earth is a ball, right?
Yes.
So the globe Earth requires gravity to pull objects to the ground.
Yeah.
Why? Because if we could prove that it's actually the ground pushing up against you and it's not pulling objects down, and up is relative on a ball, how can the Earth be moving up on a ball?
Does it have to do with centrifugal force? And
Well,
all
that's a
that stuff?
spin.
Yeah,
That's not
the
moving
spin.
up.
Yeah.
Because up will be this way, but then how can it move up that way and down up this way? Because again, up is relative on a ball,
And relative in space, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the fact is that the globe Earth requires this belief that objects accelerate down in free fall, and over 95% of flat Earthers are claiming that too.
Because isn't the big thing of like quantum mechanics in space is like that it's like we live in a three-dimensional space, but like, as like Sagan says, it's like once we get up there, we're in a four-dimensional space. Hypothetically,
I would say four-dimensional space is theoretical.
Hypothetically, because it's like you can move this way, and in a two-dimensional plane, which is kind of it's nutty.
Yeah, it is. So, but the fact is, again, the Earth is a level extended plane.
Yeah. Who leveled the level?
Oh, well, the level is relative to the motion. You require motion. You require something that's in motion for it to be, so you can get the level.
Yeah.
So the level is an orientation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and orientation requires motion. So again, the Earth is level relative to the vertical, which is the motion of the Earth. It's literally pushing up against.
So you're
the Earth.
onto something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me.
Yeah.
Physics shows.
So are you here in physics or what?
No. I just come here to challenge. The current.
Sick.
Yeah. They will not accept none of this in the classroom.
Oh no.
They avoid this.
Yeah.
They will avoid.
It's like the Younger Dryas theory and all that
Yeah,
stuff. It's terrible.
Yeah. So again, the Earth is not a globe, and what proves it? The fact that objects don't accelerate down in free fall. It's the Earth pushing up. You know, that's the reality.
So, like, if I had a helicopter,
Yes.
I were to take off from right here,
Yeah.
and I would be sitting in like a free-form standing motion up there. If I'm up there for 4 hours, does my landing spot change?
No, because you're using a force to maintain that lift. If you turn off the engine, what happens? People think that the helicopter moves down to the Earth, but it's actually the Earth that moves up to the crashes into the helicopter. It's the Earth that crashes up to the helicopter.
So
That's why there's no measurable
So
acceleration.
if I
in
jump
free
off a
fall.
building, it's not me who killed myself, it's the
The Earth that crushed into you. Yep. That's the reality. And that's the biggest eye
Is
up on
it
Earth.
equal opposite? Like we're pushing down and it's pushing
That's what the
up
globe
on
Earth
us?
says.
Yeah.
But that's bullshit. You can have a force moving in opposite directions at the
Yeah.
same time. That defies physics too.
I'm gonna look. Where can I look at? Where can I look
here you
into
go.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the most censored topic online, and that's why I'm out here. This is my channel. You guys can
hell
Dude,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
take.
Yeah, you guys should take one each.
We're one unit.
No, yeah, so yeah, that's the biggest lie on Earth. Not even the globe Earth. It's the fact that objects accelerate in free fall. I mean, the fact that they don't accelerate in free fall, you know, because now flat earthers are claiming that they're keeping this idea alive. So all these flat earthers are gatekeepers, basically.
Gatekeepers.
They're all bullshitters, too, online.
I hate flat earthers.
Yeah, trust me, they're stubborn as fuck.
They're the dumbest people I think on the planet.
100%.
You know,
I agree.
Dude.
No, it's okay. I love going into it because it pisses people off.
You like to troll a little bit,
He's a troll. All right,
No,
man.
but, yeah.
What's your name?
William.
William.
William,
Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
Nice to meet you guys, man. Thanks
Fun
for the chat.
fact, with fuel tankers, since they have the liquid in here,
Same
they
thing.
put in like circle, like they'll weld in walls in between it, and with little holes in the middle. Not little, but they're big. So when you do come to a stop, it's not like this.
It's not so much.
Yeah, so it crashes up against those.
Yeah, so again, reality, again, this is physics.
Yeah.
That happens every time. But in free fall, it doesn't.
Smart
All right,
man.
man. Thank you, man.
You're
You
a good guy.
guys have a
Thank
good
you,
one.
appreciate
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm in college, of course I'm smart ass.
No, that's good. I'm pretty sure you are. Yeah. You want to give us a shot too?
You can ask me like,
Okay, so yeah. So two very easy questions, and they have to do with water. Very easy.
water's
So-
blue.
Yeah, you got that one. So 3 water bottles here. Again, the water's blue.
So
Halfway
what's this
filled.
for YouTube or what?
Yeah, I could give you the channel after. You check it out. So again, these 3 water bottles are at rest, but how I'm showing them to you, what's the difference between them?
The gravity right here is fucked up. That's what it is.
Why? All of these bottles, again, they're at rest. You know, they're all
They're at
sitting
rest.
still.
What do you mean at rest? Like,
They're just
is this
sitting-
the bottom?
they're-
Is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? Is this
Well,
the
that's
bottom?
up to you to figure out. That's the whole point of this question. Where's the bottom here in this one?
Are these photos Photoshop?
No, they're just real photographs. I'll give you a hint. I took a picture of one like this, and one like this. Can you identify which one's which?
I mean, according to gravity, shit.
Which one's the one I took upside down? Which one of the bottles should be upside down right now?
Hold up. The ball has to do something with it.
Well, yeah, the ball floats on top of the water. How about that? So if the ball floats on top of the water, what's the correct position
Okay, so
of
the
this
ball
one?
floats on top of the water, then this should be like this.
Yeah, if this one's correct, you could say it. So how would this one be then?
The ball is just heavier.
Or, but the ball's not heavier. It's the same ball. Yeah, I'll help you out a bit.
Oh, I know what it is. The water's clear right here, and the bottle's blue.
No,
Nah, I'm just
I
kidding.
took it upside down like this.
I knew it, but I thought it was
Just too easy, or what? You just thought it was
Yeah.
too easy? Okay.
Hey, are you being for real?
Yeah.
Bro, I knew that. I just didn't want to say it because then like
You thought you were gonna feel stupid.
Yeah.
No, that's
I thought
what
it
it
was,
is.
deeper.
You thought it was deeper. No,
Yeah.
it's very simple. This is elementary stuff. You know, how would this
Wait.
one go then?
Obviously like this, right?
Yeah, on its side. Yeah. You got it, man. No, the point is that you got it. You know, that's the whole what matters. One more and then you're good. This one is probably easier.
Are you still in here?
No, I'm not a student. I'm just coming here to challenge the students. So again, a box truck halfway filled with water except one is at rest, one is accelerating forward, and one is accelerating in reverse.
Oh, rest, forward,
You
backwards.
got it. How do you know that?
Because when you go forward, you like the water kind of goes like back, right?
Yeah, it goes in the opposite direction to
Yeah.
accelerate. So again, we could demonstrate that 100% of the time, you know?
Yeah.
Even when I accelerate down, the water wants to move up.
Now that you showed me this one is like simple. Now I don't have to like think hard on this. Like just common
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, exactly. So again, when I actually release this into free fall though, for example, like this, do you believe gravity accelerated down? Like from being at rest to accelerating down?
What do you mean?
So do you believe gravity pulls this to the ground when I release it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. You believe the Earth is a globe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
so fair enough. So when we actually accelerate versus free fall, when I actually accelerate, again, the water pushes up and we can clearly see the effects of acceleration and the fact that there's a force being applied. In free fall, on the other hand, there is no force being applied because there's no
Wait, what's the
displacement.
difference between this and this?
That the water's displacing when it accelerates. It wants to move up in the opposite direction of
Wait, this one you're
acceleration.
just dropping it, or
Yes, this
and
one's-
And what about this one?
This one I'm accelerating it down.
Oh yeah.
So my point is that in free fall, it's not actually accelerating down. They tell us that it is by this magical force of gravity, but I don't know if you knew gravity is just a theory. So they never actually measured a force or any effects of a force in free fall because there isn't. So the fact is, when you release this
So
into
gravity's
free fall,
not real.
it's not real. So it is real, but it's not a pull of the Earth; it's a push of the Earth. So what happens is we're already moving right now because the Earth is pushing up against you. So when I release this, this doesn't move to the ground; it's the ground that moves up to it. So that's why this doesn't accelerate or detect any acceleration down because it's not accelerating down. It's the Earth that's literally moving up to meet it. So if up is relative on a globe, how can the Earth be moving up on a globe?
Hey, what?
If up is relative on a globe, right? Because up is, up from China is the opposite direction of us, right?
Yeah.
How can the Earth be moving up simultaneously all over the Earth if it's a ball?
Shit, I
It
don't know. You
couldn't.
got me there.
It would have to be expanding, which means it has to grow and it would explode. So in other words, it wouldn't work. So this whole idea of gravity, it's required for people to believe that the Earth is a globe. So without this idea of gravity being a pulling force, the globe Earth doesn't exist.
So you think the Earth is flat, or?
Well, it's not
No.
flat either because flat is nothing to do with orientation, and the Earth has orientation. And in order for something to have orientation, it needs motion. So the Earth is literally moving up, so it's not flat, it's level. Level is an orientation.
What's level?
Level is horizontal, which is perpendicular to the vertical, which is the Earth's motion. So the vertical
So
is,
the Earth is like this.
yes, the Earth is like this, and it's literally pushing up like that. So it's not
Isn't
a
that
globe.
the same thing as flat?
No, because over 95% of flat earthers claim the Earth is motionless. So they also believe in this magical gravity force. So they're literally keeping this whole idea of gravity alive, which is keeping the whole globe Earth idea alive as well. In other words, motionless flat earthers are gatekeepers.
So what shape do you think it is?
I know it's level.
It's level. Yeah. What does that mean? Like
Horizontal. The definition for level is horizontal.
Yeah, horizontal. So what, like this?
Across the way.
Across the way.
Yes, all the way, and nobody's been to the end of the Earth. So there is an end to the Earth.
I'm just trying to see your explanation. Like you say it's level.
Level.
So what? This is the shape.
Yes.
So you're saying the
Like
shape
this.
is one.
Well, it has mountains,
long?
valleys. I don't know if it's a circle. I don't know if it's a square. I don't know the dimensions of it.
So what? Like
but
fucking Minecraft, where it's just one continuously expanding plane.
the Earth has air pressure. You acknowledge that, right? 14.7 psi here on Earth, and it decreases the higher you go.
Yeah.
So in order to have or maintain air pressure, you require containment. So the air here on
Like
Earth,
the atmosphere.
it requires a physical containment, exactly.
So the atmosphere.
The atmosphere requires containment, exactly.
Okay,
So
yeah.
when you're saying that, oh, it's like Minecraft, it just extends infinitely, it doesn't. There has to be an endpoint because air is being contained. That's how it's able to maintain pressure.
But I'm still trying to figure out what your explanation is on the level.
Yeah, the level.
You say it's leveled. What does that mean? Like, what is the shape you're describing? Level.
Well, the level is not really a shape; it's an orientation.
It's an orientation. So, so we just like a flat, leveled plane
You could say that.
circling the sun?
No. That's the whole model, the whole heliocentric model of space balls and all that. Oh, that's all made up as well.
I just want to picture me what your model of the Earth is.
I don't have a model. I just know that it's
What
level.
do you think is
I think it is a globe.
Would you agree, though, that the globe Earth requires physical downwards acceleration of objects in free fall? It requires it, right? Because if it's the Earth pushing up instead, how would that work on a globe?
Because of how big the Earth is, to our perspective, we can't really see this gravity goes up, Earth goes up.
Yeah, so you've heard of buoyancy, right? So when you have like a beach
Yeah.
ball underneath a pool and you let it go, what direction does it go?
Up.
Helium balloon, when you let it go, what direction does it go?
Because helium is lighter than
Exactly.
carbon.
So let me show you this real quick.
Oxygen.
So I have a helium balloon here in a cargo van, and I accelerated the cargo van. I also have an apple there. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
So helium gets pushed in the direction I accelerate because the air is more dense. So when I accelerate the van, the air inside the van is also moving in that same direction because the van's moving it. So the air is able to push anything that's less dense, like the helium balloon, in that same direction. It's not dense enough to push the apple, so the apple only appears to swing in the opposite direction. So buoyancy shows us the direction of the force. So when we release a helium balloon here on Earth, it's the same principle. So the air is pushing it up, but the air cannot push itself up. So it's the Earth that's pushing up the air, which is pushing up the helium. Same principles right here. When I
Okay.
accelerate the van.
I don't see how that Earth is pushing up relates to it being level, though.
Well, level, put it this way, there is no measurable curvature on Earth, for example. So do you know the dimensions of the Earth that they tell us?
Measurable?
Yeah. So the Earth
I would
claims that they have that the radius of the Earth is 3,959 miles, which means that there has to be curvature every mile. So in the first mile, it should be an 8-inch drop, second mile 32 inches, and by the third mile, it should be 6 feet of curvature. So if we go to actual reality, physically measure for this curvature, water, when it's contained and at rest, will always be level on the surface, which is horizontal. Again, this is what, if we went to a giant lake, this is what it would show, that it's level, you know, the surface, but they're trying to tell us that it's actually curving at this rate, which doesn't exist.
Okay, but like, see it as like this.
Yeah.
The Earth is so big.
Well, this is the
that-
dimensions, not so big.
So relatively to us,
fair enough.
it is very big.
Fair enough.
So even relatively, we are small.
Sure.
So we are so small
Right.
that by the time that our perspective sees us continuously going flat.
Sure. So I agree. Visually, it'll be hard to see a curvature about over 3 miles, but physically, we should be able to measure that 6-foot drop over a body of water because that's what they're claiming. In 3 miles, they should be 6 feet, and in 10 miles, they should be 66 feet. You know how tall that is? Like over a 6-story building. And there are lakes that are easily over 10 miles across. So they're trying to tell us that the beginning of the lake and the end of the lake are 66 feet in difference, which that defies physics. Water doesn't have the ability to form a hump and maintain that hump. Water always collapses and forms an equal surface.
Well, you know how you see when you go out into the ocean and you see a boat, right? It
Sure.
goes continuously across the ocean. You see it go down.
It appears to go down. Yeah.
I think that is this curve, that's hump that you're
Okay.
thinking of.
Fair enough.
From here, where you're standing here, the boat is you're standing here. The boat is here. The boat continuously goes and goes and goes and goes down.
Yeah.
From our perspective, the boat would go farther.
Would
and
appear
farther,
to do that, right?
shorter, and it will end up being gone. That's why, like,
Let me ask you this real quick. It's going to be answering that question. Do you think we have infinite vision? So like if I was
No.
to hold this bottle and move it away from you, what's going to happen?
no, we don't have infinite vision. That's why the mountains you see goes from the closest mountains you can see the brown and the detail in the ground. But when you go further and further out, you see the mountains, they're bluer and more faded.
Sure.
So we do not have infinite.
Exactly. So my thing is that the horizon is not the curvature of the Earth, is our limit of perspective. Because the horizon, I don't know if you knew, is relative. It's not an actual thing. So you could have a horizon, your horizon, but if I elevate 10 feet from you, I have a different horizon. You know?
Hey, bro, I'm gonna get going.
Yeah. Appreciate the
you
chat.
go. Yeah.
Take care. Here, take my channel. You know, give it a look.
Oh yeah, I have to go to my
Yeah,
class
no worries.
starts.
No worries.
What is this? So what are you arguing actually about?
Oh,
So the
you're
Earth
live.
is, yeah, I'm live right now. Yeah, so the globe Earth is a lie.
Oh, so that's you're seeing. Hold on.
It's this one's
Where's-
live.
Oh, it's not
so
on
you're
there.
just
It's
seeing
not
that
on here.
camera.
Yeah, this
Okay.
will be probably, you know, replayed, the edited version. So the my whole thing here is I'm debunking the globe Earth by the fact that there's no physical downwards acceleration. Yeah.
I wouldn't really call that.
You see
Yeah.
the latest one?
Oh, this person is doing his best to deny me.
Wait, is
You're
that
talking about
to
you.
me? You're talking to me.
No, yeah, but I mean, this is it's not an easy subject to talk about. So the fact that you guys are here, you know, and speaking about it,
I wouldn't really consider this. Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
well, it's elementary
Feels more
physics.
like this feels more like theoretical stuff, so I wouldn't really consider this, are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Well, it's physics, you know. Displacement always happens when you accelerate a container.
Do you even
100%.
remember what you were taught in fifth grade, like what they told you about?
It's not even, that's the thing though. The reason why I put that is because a 10-year-old can understand these principles. So that's the whole point that I use. I understand that schools nowadays are dumbing people down, so a fifth grader might not be as smart as they should be.
So just clearly telling us that we're dumb.
I mean, no offense. You know, I came from that belief too. You know, I used to believe in the globe for 24 years of my life, and I realized that it was a lie. So, hey, appreciate it, man.
Well,
yeah, you
to
too.
dumb us down then, it would probably be better if you give us an actual, like, object to see what your idea of the Earth looks like.
Well, that's the thing. I don't have a model. I think anybody that's pushing a model right now is bullshit because nobody knows exactly what the Earth is. I don't know what it exactly is. All I know is that the surface is level and it's moving up. It's
Tell
pushing.
me.
That's all I know.
But tell me, so what do you think about the pictures of the Earth that were taken
Yeah, so
in space?
So
Satellites.
NASA even admits that they're not real photographs, but even if they did admit, if I showed you a picture of me flying, would you believe I could fly?
No.
What if I showed you a video of me flying?
No.
No, right? So any claim or any picture or video that you show me that defies physics, in my opinion, is automatically fake, you know?
But tell me, has the pictures, sure, like, obviously NASA, like, would photo edit to make the Earth more, like, maybe a little more colorful, a little more blue than, say, a faded one. But tell me, Kit, has there any, like, even, like, the photos from all the way in the 60s, has they been, like, fully acceptably debunked?
Oh, easily. So the only one they claim is real is from the moon landings from 1972. But not only does that image defy physics, because again, water doesn't have the ability to bend like this. And again, we could go to any body of water, any size, the water will never display curvature on the surface.
I'm trying to think. Isn't there a current live stream of an astronaut on the satellite?
I would say that's all green screens and CGI. So it's Hollywood trickery.
Even our best CGI can't really see the scope like this.
I would say the NASA CGI is way worse than actual movies. You should pay attention. You know, it's very amateur for some, which is kind of weird because they have a pretty big budget, over 70 million a day.
But I've seen, like, here's the thing. Movies currently, even if they have a lesser budget, you're saying NASA's effects are worse than movie budgets.
Yes.
However, when you've seen movies, they talk about their water physics, but there's always at least something that VFX artists can see are VFX. Even for something like, say, someone stepping in a puddle, someone would have to actually step in the puddle
to get the effect of a water.
To get the effect of a puddle.
I agree.
I just can't see this whole Earth is leveled, given the fact that all this evidence that you're seeing.
Well, let me ask you this.
Let
me ask you this, because I know you're kind of stuck on the level. What's your definition of level? If I was to ask you, like, what would be your definition of something that's a level?
I don't know. I guess whatever this bubble says.
Okay.
Which isn't leveled.
There you go.
Not like that.
Okay, but what's your definition if you had to put it into words? I have two definitions, and you can agree or disagree, but I want to hear yours.
See, to describe the definition of a leveled, I guess it would be if it's flat.
I would say, if you could look it up, the one word definition for level will be horizontal. And again, horizontal is an orientation, which is perpendicular to the vertical. The vertical is the motion vector, but it's not down. The vector's not down, it's up. So again, the Earth is not pulling you down, it's pushing up on you. You know, that's the fact. And again, the globe Earth requires that people believe it's the other way around because the globe Earth wouldn't work without that belief. So it's literally that simple to debunk. You know, buoyancy shows you that the force is up. And that's why helium balloons go up, because the air is pushing the helium balloon and the Earth is pushing up the air. It's a chain reaction of motion.
I'd say the reason why a balloon goes up is because the helium is lighter than the air, so there's nothing so gravity can't really drag it as down.
But that's the thing, the air being more dense than helium, when you put a container into free fall, the helium has nowhere to go. Because just simply air being more dense than helium doesn't give a vector. You need something external to that matter to give a vector. You know, because matter cannot move on its own. So what's the vector? Where's the vector coming from that's creating this air pushing up the helium? That's the question. Where's that force coming from? The fact is that force is only detectable and measurable when we're connected to the Earth physically. In free fall, that force vanishes. So again, in free fall, there is no force accelerating anything down because nothing goes down. It's the Earth that catches up to everything. So again, when you're in free fall, again, you're falling behind. You're not really falling down. You're just falling behind, and the Earth catches up.
What do you call this then? Going down?
Yeah, that goes up, and then it just decelerates, and it appears to go back down because you're moving up to it.
Well, the reason why, say you throw this ball in space, there's no gravity pushing it down, so it will continuously keep going.
But you believe that there's this gravity pushing it down, but the fact is, inertia, you've heard of inertia, right? So in inertia, matter wants to remain motionless. It wants to remain at rest. So when you toss it up, you apply a force, so it goes up, but then instantly, because of inertia, it starts to lose momentum because it wants to remain motionless.
Yes, inertia goes up, and then gravity becomes greater than the energy you give it, thus making it go down.
Right. But again, you interpret that when you toss it up, that ball comes back down. The fact is, when you toss it up, it just decelerates and you catch up to it. That's the fact.
We wouldn't really call it like a theory or perspective, given the law of gravity.
I would say that the theory of gravity is just based on perspective. It's not based on actual physics. Physics shows that gravity is not a force and that the force is actually the push up of the Earth. Again, that's what physics shows physically. Again, optically, you can interpret that as an acceleration down, but that's not what's actually happening.
Well, I'm not really convinced.
I don't expect to convince you,
I would like to see you argue a physics professor, like someone who actually has decades of their experience.
I actually did have a conversation with a physics professor, or a scientist, I guess he claimed to be. And it's on my channel, you can check it out. It's like 40 minutes long. So yeah, I mean, if you're interested. but yeah.
What is this?
So.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Yo, if anyone wants to harass me about my beliefs of a globe Earth, look up Cyberstar CT. Argue all you want.
Nice one.
Yo, how's it going?
How's it going, man? I'm William, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You guys want to try this? You guys can do it all together. You didn't watch? Okay, so 2 very easy questions.
Okay.
And then see if you could get them, at least one, right? So this first one, I have 3 water bottles, and they're halfway filled with water, obviously, and I painted the water blue with food coloring just to make it easier to see. I also threw a ping pong ball in there just for fun.
Okay.
So all of these bottles are at rest, but how I'm showing them to you, what's the difference between them, all 3 of them?
This one's laying down on the side, this one's on up right side up, this one's upside down.
So you would say upside down like this, and this one's on its side, right? Yeah, you got it. So how did you know that?
Based on how the ping pong ball is resting.
Right? Obviously the water too, right? The water goes down, and the less dense goes up, which is the ping pong ball, right? Oh yeah, perfect, you got it. So that was pretty easy. So this next one, it's probably a little easier. So 3 box trucks here, and they're halfway filled with water, except one of these is at rest, one is accelerating forward, and one is accelerating in reverse. So which one is at rest?
This one, B.
Okay, why would you say that one?
Because it's like flat.
Right, it's still, the water's still, it's at rest, you can say. Which one's accelerating forward?
This one.
Yeah, you got it. How did you know?
It's like the water's back, and you go forward,
the water goes in the opposite direction of the container's acceleration, right? Because again, we could show that 100% of the time. Even when I accelerate down, the water wants to move up. So here's the question, the big question. When I release this into free fall, do you believe gravity accelerated down to the Earth?
No.
No? What do you think happened?
No, actually, I do.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So when we actually test acceleration versus free fall, here, I did it in some motion just to make it easier to see. Can you tell which one I actually accelerated down and which one's in free fall?
The one on the right?
Yeah, because we can actually see the effects of a force being accelerated down. The water wants to move up. Again, that's what always happens. In free fall, however, there is no measurable force or effects of a force, because the fact is that objects don't accelerate in free fall. So did you know that gravity is just a theory?
Why?
Because they've never measured a physical downwards acceleration.
But is it 9.8 meters per second squared?
That's a measure of a change in velocity. So the change in velocity is not happening because the object is accelerating down. It's happening because the Earth is catching up to the object. So that's the change in velocity.
So it's 9.8 fake?
9.8 meters per second is real, but it's not an acceleration. It's a deceleration rate.
Deceleration?
It's a deceleration rate. So right now, what happens
Wouldn't
is
it be negative if it's
No. So right now, when you release an object into free fall, you believe that the object got pulled down by pulling force of gravity, right?
Right.
The fact is, the force is a push. So the Earth is pushing up against you. So when you release an object, it's the Earth that comes up to the object. It's not the object that comes down to the Earth. So that's
if I drop my phone, the Earth is actually coming up to catch the phone?
Yes. And because you're connected to the Earth, you're also moving up with the Earth.
Wait, that can make sense. Wait.
That's reality, bro.
Really?
Yes. So Einstein's theory of relativity and Newton's theory of relativity, they're both wrong because they both claim downwards acceleration. You heard of flat Earth, right?
Yeah.
So over 95% of flat earthers also believe in downward acceleration because they claim the Earth is motionless. So they're literally keeping this whole idea of gravity alive, which is keeping the whole globe Earth idea alive as well. So
Wait.
all of these flat earthers are gatekeepers.
Are gatekeeping?
Yes, they're gatekeeping.
They're gatekeeping
The gravity, yeah. They're globe earthers in disguise. Flat earthers.
So then who are the actual flat earthers?
Me. Well, I'm not a flat earther. I'm a realist. The Earth is level, not flat.
What does that mean?
That means the Earth is moving up. Because in order to have orientation, you require motion.
It's just not a sphere.
It's not a sphere. It's a level plane.
Why do we have time zones then?
Time zone is because of the sun's motion.
But
Time
if it's
isn't-
flat, what if it's flat? Wouldn't the sun be like...
No. Well, the sun, the whole heliocentric model is a lie. They're telling you that the sun is 93 million miles away and 500,000 miles in diameter. The fact is, it's actually very small and very local. So nobody knows the exact size or distance, but it's very local. And it moves like a spotlight over the Earth. Nobody knows the exact motion of the sun, though.
With them like... Huh.
So yeah, it's just a spotlight.
What about the satellites up there that showing
It's
the
all
globe?
CGI.
CGI?
Yeah.
But it's been there since the 60s.
That's what they claim. Have you seen the CGI from the 60s? It's pretty bad. Like, you know, like their little movie productions that they do. Like, even the moon landing, oh my god, it's a joke.
Wait.
It's a joke.
Okay, that's actually crazy.
It is.
Okay, well, thanks for talking with me.
Yeah,
William.
man. If you guys want to check out my channel.
Yeah.
you know,
Are you going to post me on the channel?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
check it
cool.
out.
Thank you.
I'm live streaming this one, but the edited version will show you guys.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. You
Okay.
know. Yeah, there you go. Check it out.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. You guys take care.
Have a good day.
All right.